All right, I think we're live, but I need to make sure that I got audio. All right, we're live. NLC, my comic book nerd brother friend, how you doing, bro? Or should I call you the Yellow Fever? I still can't get over that name, man. Anyways, man, got about an hour to go. Thank you so much for joining Strictly Comics. I'm your host, Edwin, and we're going to talk about some comic book stuff, man. Actually, we're going to talk about some comic book stuff, and I think I'm going to go ahead and kind of announce what I'm going to talk about next week, and I'll repeat it again at the end of the show. I want to talk a little bit about next week why we are addicted to comic books. I got this from the the 9.2 crew, near mint 9.2 crew. I forget the 9.2 crew. I think those guys out in Hawaii. I was watching their show and they kind of inspired this. So I think I want to talk about that a little bit next week. I think it's something that we all kind of ponder on, and we can't figure out why comic books are so addicting. So I think it would make for a good discussion. And plus, I'd like to see what you guys would have to say in the chat about all that. So, but anyways, we're going to go ahead and get started. Let me share my screen real quick. Real quick, just a reminder, everybody, I am still doing pressing and cleaning. I want to thank those people who have already submitted books to me. I'm actually in the process of doing a couple submissions for some YouTubers. Thank you so much, guys, man. I really appreciate it, and I love doing this stuff. I love being able to provide a service and help people any way that I can, and especially when it comes to their comic books. So thank you so much. Probably going to be running this promo for quite a while. Either till I run out of my flyers or maybe to the end of the year. I'm not sure, but I would definitely encourage people to take advantage of this while it's up, because I don't know if I will do this forever. It's a lot of work and it's not a lot of payout to me, but I'm fine with it because I'm just trying to get my service known to people. And so I'm all for, doing good quality service at an affordable price so that people can get their books cleaned and pressed. Also, next Sunday, a week from tomorrow, my 5th affordable auction. I will probably get a video up tomorrow showing some of the books that I'm going to have in the following week, but I don't know if it will consist of everything. You're just going to have to check me on the Instagram. I post a lot of pics on Instagram, and you're just going to have to check it out when we go live in next week's Sunday, because I'm doing my 5th affordable auction. I'm going to be selling a lot of books. And just a quick shout out to everybody who participated in the one that I had last week. Man, it was good. It was really good. So tons of fun. So definitely check that out if you're able to. And then check me out on Instagram, of course. It's so much easier, guys, to post a picture on Instagram than doing a video, editing it, rendering it, uploading it. All that stuff is just so much easier to follow me on Instagram so that you can see what I'm posting, unless you want to check out the video and do both or whatever. But definitely do that if you're able. Also, every Tuesday, which I think Jesse said we are going to be doing it this Tuesday, or we might not be. I have to get that information. I'm not 100% sure, but I know he was talking about taking a Tuesday off. I don't know if it was this coming Tuesday or the following Tuesday. But we're going to be switching to Thursdays. But in the meantime, you guys can check us out Tuesdays at 8:30 Eastern over on JLS Comics, where it would be myself, Jesse, Justin from EXILESTATE, and then Chris from Buckshot 33. And actually, occasionally Adam will step in from Comically Flawed as well. So check us out, guys, if you're able to. And you can also see those guys over at comicbooked.com, where Justin is the managing editor. And Jesse, of course, is doing a crap ton of writing. Also, they're looking for more writers. So if you guys are interested, hit Justin up, okay? One of the first books that I kind of wanted to talk about, I don't recall looking this up last week. Comic Nerd 1997 wanted this looked up. If I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong. I think we actually looked at this book already, but I'm going to go ahead and look at it again real quick. I got it in a 9.8. I don't think that any modern book, I wouldn't purchase a book any lower than a 9.8 or 9.6. So I'm just going to go and stick with a 9.8. Now we got talks, I think it was earlier this year. I'm almost positive it was earlier this year. I could be wrong. And here's why I question that. Because in 2016, that book sold for $1,500. So I'm almost thinking that we got some kind of movie announcement last year, although I swear it was this year. It had to have been last year if you have that kind of price hike. So maybe it was last year. But anyways, if you guys look at this book right here, here's a 9.8. And you go all the way to the right here, GPA now has this book at $760. Can you believe that? That is half, less than half of what that book peaked out at in 2016. That book peaked out at $1,500. And now it's valued at about half that. Can you believe that? So I really hope people are taking notes and learning from this stuff, because it's crazy. Like, I did kind of get in the hype a little bit. Like, I was looking for raw copies. I wasn't going to look for a 9.8, especially once I saw what they were going for. But, you know, the price is going back down. And actually, if you look at it at $760, it's almost at what it peaked out at before the movie announcement. So it may plateau at like 7, 8. I don't know, but there is also that potential that it will get back to $650 of what it was valued at in 2015. So do you buy that book knowing that there was possible movie announcement from last year? Do you buy that book at $600 or $700? I don't know. It might be worth it, but I definitely wanted to show that off because I didn't know if I did that for Comic Nerd 1997 last week. Let me see what's going on in the chat, so I'll make sure I'm not on mute or anything crazy. CGC fan in the house. What's up, man? Oh my God, NLC burnt through Defenders. We're going to talk about that this morning because I actually watched the first 2 episodes last night. We'll talk about that a little bit. Otaku Dan, what's up? My Houston, Texas brother. Ruben Sanchez, how you doing, my friend? Thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate it. Justin and Jose, good morning, bro. Justin, what's up, man? I didn't go to no Otaku Dan. I didn't go to no midnight release party for night. Man, are you crazy? Man, there was so many of those books at my LCS, and I still haven't picked one up yet. I got to pick one up. All right, so people are talking about Defender. So, okay, well, let's get right into this because that was one of the things I did want to talk about this morning. Did everybody watch Defenders? Has everybody at least started Defenders? I got the first 2 episodes in. I don't know if I'll burn through it. I'll just say this: so far, it's a little bit better than okay. I love the opening. You get kind of that. You know how at the beginning of every Marvel movie you hear the page flipping and you see the various comic books fade out in the background. I kind of get that type of feeling with these opening credits of the Defenders, and I love it. I absolutely love it. And it definitely has a Marvel Comics feel to it, which I like a lot. And I got to I won't spoil this for anybody also, just to give you a heads up in case you haven't seen it, but I like what I'm seeing so far. I love how all of the characters from Daredevil, from Iron Fist, Luke Cage, Jessica Jones, they're all intermingling and mixing with each other in one show. And it's great because you get to see different characters interact with different characters from other shows. And I just think it's interesting. I've always been a big fan of stuff like that. It kind of reminds me of you kind of get that. I guess you could call it nostalgic feeling, even though those shows are pretty new. You just kind of get that feeling a little bit when you see these characters. It kind of reminded me of Fast and the Furious. When we saw Fast and the Furious, not the one that came out this year, but the one that came out 2 years ago, the one where Paul Walker, his last episode, I saw Hector. Hector was the Hispanic guy from the first one, like years ago. The Hispanic dude, he always plays like a gangster, whatever, Hector. And when I saw Hector in the one a couple years ago, I was like, oh, snap, that's Hector. I was like, I remember him from the first one. So I kind of get that same feeling a little bit when I see the Defenders and I see like Jessica Jones, talking to Matt Murdock as her representative, her legal counsel and whatnot. So I just get excited when I see stuff like that. So it's definitely fun. Definitely fun. So anyways, I wanted to go ahead and look up the first appearance of the Defenders and see what GPA is doing now that the show is finally out. Typically when you're buying and selling, these books need to be sold before the movie or the Netflix or TV series comes out, because you never know what's going to happen. And so I tried to look up at 8.5 because this book is from the early 70s, 71 to be exact. And I think that any book from the 70s and an 8.5 or 9.0 is a very high grade. Very, very high grade. I know you get people that are like, man, I don't want nothing unless it's 9.8. Well, I think you're crazy, because unless you want to spend out the wazoo for these books, or if you got the money to do so, hey, kudos to you, more props to you, because I don't, and I'm not going to be looking for everything in a 9.8. I mean, come on. Are you telling me you would turn down an Amazing Fantasy 15 if it's not in a 9.8? Give me a break. Anyways, little rant there. But I figured that 8.5 is a solid grade for a book from this era. I could not find an 8.5 sold on eBay, but I found a couple of 9.0s. Now, this one sold for $360. This one, you don't know what it sold because it was a $500 or best offer, which means that the seller took the best offer. So I went over here to GPA. I went ahead and looked at a 9.0, and it sold for $311. And it actually, it actually continues to go up a little bit. I want to say that this incline in value probably came about once you started getting Jessica Jones and Daredevil and even Luke Cage showing up in Jessica Jones. I think speculators and people who knew their comic books could see what was happening here. They could tell that a Defenders TV series was on the rise, and lo and behold, they were right. So it's gone up a little bit. This book peaked out earlier this year at $450. Now, when I say going up, I mean for kind of its annual or every 90, 180 days, it's gone up, because before any kind of, go back to 2011 here, it was a $160 book. It's double that now. So it's gone up, even though it did peak out at 450. It may peak out at that again. So I'm just showing that. And then, of course, the 8.5 here, 215, easily $200 book. Excuse me. But again, going back to 2012, 2013, it was $140, $120 book. And now it's almost double that. So is this a solid pickup? I would think so. I mean, I would pick it up. If I mean, I wouldn't pay retail for it, but I would pick it up if I had the opportunity to do so at a decent price. I think one of the things that maybe fans of this book might be disappointed about is the original Defenders had let me see here. Let me make sure I'm not missing something. Let me check real quick. these Defenders was average, way better than Iron Fist, but pretty good. Yeah. Justin burnt through it. Justin watched it all. He said it was good. NLC says he gives Defenders a 7.5. So that's what, a fine? It was fine. He's like, it was fine. Oh, Rag says he don't care about spoilers. Well, I'm gonna hold back Rag on the spoilers just because I know other people watch this after it uploads. Any speculations? First appearance? Well, Justin or NLC, maybe you guys can tell me who that the I call her the shadow chick with the sword in episode 2. She kind of showed up and was flighting down the stairs as Jessica Jones was chasing her. I don't know who she is. The ninja chick. She looks ninja. I don't know, but maybe you guys can put in the chat section of the name of that character because I have no idea. Yeah. Okay, yeah. NLC, you're right. That was the chick that was fighting Iron Fist at the beginning, right? Yeah. Okay, now I remember. Yeah, he did get his butt handed to him, didn't he? I was like, but maybe she's that good. Maybe she's that good. Who knows? Can you pay? Angel B says, can you pay 7.0 prices and send them to me? Daredevil number 18, 7.0. Okay, I'll check that out. Okay. So, anyways, so now that we got the first Defenders, let's look up some of these characters that are in the Defenders and see what's going on with them. Alias number 1, first Jessica Jones, right? 9.8. Last one sold for about $220 on eBay not too long ago. When you look at that book now and a 9.8, Jessica Jones's first appearance has peaked out at 418, but that was last year. Now that book is about half of what it's worth, of what it peaked out at. And this is I'm curious about this because I'm trying to figure out, did people not like Jessica Jones on Netflix? I mean, me, in my opinion, I thought she was just too skinny, but I don't know. I mean, I'm not familiar at all with the character, so I don't know what people's expectations were, but I don't know. Me personally, I probably would have picked somebody else for that role, but that's just me. So I don't know, man. I mean, that's interesting because that book isn't worth half of what people were selling it for back in 2016. Let me see if there's an average in 2016. Oh, snap. Come on, man. Why you do that? All right. So anyways, it logged me out. Back to this real quick. I don't think it'll be a problem. 9.8. I want to see if I get like an average or something. So I guess, wow, I guess the average would be, so somebody just kind of jumped out there and paid 418 because when you go through and you look at all of them, oh, okay, they're all somewhere in the $200 range, like anywhere from 200 to 260-ish would probably be the average. So okay, so even though somebody did pay 418 for it, that's not like the average. So the average seems to be still what the book sells for now. So I guess first appearance of Jessica Jones in Alias number 1, I guess it is worth $200 slabbed. Anybody who pays $200 for this book raw is crazy. I would not do it, even though people are doing stuff like that. They're selling books on eBay and LCSs for slab prices, and I don't know what's wrong with people. But anyways, so the book is still kind of retaining its value. And actually, when you look at the chart here, it's still holding strong at that $200 range. So So there you go. Maybe it is worth it. The next defender, I think, would be Luke Cage. Luke Cage, Hero for Hire #1. Again, I just grabbed the 8.5 because this book is from what, 72, man, 1972. Holy cow. 8.5. This is easily a $500 book. Now, dang, this book peaked out at $874 one time. Holy crap. And even at some point this year, this book sold for $821. Wow. Wow. Let me see. Why does it keep doing this? Oh, because I keep, okay. Sorry about that, y'all. 5. So in 2016, when it peaked out at 874, yeah, that book was kind of all over the place. Anywhere from 600 to 700. So you got a couple, 2 or 3 $800 sold listings, and now it's about $500. I think LCSs and people are still going to ask for at least probably a raw copy of this in high grade, probably at least $500-600. I wouldn't be surprised, but I don't know. Is it worth it? Who knows? Shout out to everybody for watching. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Justin says she's the Black Sky. That's the name, Justin. That's the name of the female ninja that was kicking Iron Fist's butt in the beginning of episode 1. Alien movie lady. What's up, Jesse? Alien movie lady. Hello. Can you guys hear me now? I don't think I'm muted now, right? Can you guys hear me now? I should. Okay, thanks, Justin. Yeah, I don't know what that's about, man. I don't know what's going on. Sorry about that. Man, I don't even know where I left off, but I was talking about Luke Cage, first appearance of Luke Cage, and trying to see if because that book was going for about $500, and I was just trying to see if that was a good book still to pick up. It might be. And then I was kind of rambling a little bit. But anyways, we'll just finish it off with Marvel Premiere number 15, first appearance of Iron Fist. And if you guys got some books that you want me to look up, let me know. I think Justin has a Daredevil book he wants me to look up, so I will do that for him. But in the meantime, we'll go ahead and just look up the first appearance of Iron Fist real quick. That book sold for $325 not too long ago, and actually from a seller that doesn't have a lot of feedback. So that was that's interesting. But in an 8.5, yeah, and you see it was already recorded. In an 8.5, that book, it's peaked out at 440 for something, but it's kind of lingering around that $300 mark. So it really hasn't dropped a whole lot. Let me see. I dropped $100. So but anyways, first appearance of Iron Fist, just 5 years ago, it was a $140 book at 8.5. And now it's about triple that. So, and I'm almost wondering if it's gone down a little bit because I don't think too many people were impressed, excuse me, with the actor who played Danny Rand. So I'm thinking that maybe that's why it dropped just a little bit, but you know, I could be wrong. Darnell Jones, what's up? How you doing, my friend? Darnell Jones in the house. So I'm going to go ahead and go to what Justin wanted me to look up. He wanted me to look up Daredevil number 18, 7.0. Let me get a let me see if I can get a this book right here. Okay. Who is that? Is that the first appearance of the Gladiator? That's a cool looking cover. Very cool. Daredevil number 18. Daredevil number 18, 7.0. That seems to be about $100 book, Justin. And that book is kind of like up and down, up and down, up and down. And then went way up right here, and then it went down. So, at that grade, it's sold for about $125. So, you know, since you guys, if that's the who's the yeah, Jesse, you're right, man. I think he is kind of the weakest character on the show, which is kind of surprising because how many years did he study, you know, martial arts and kung fu under this I forget who taught him, but it had to have been like 10 years or something. You would think that he would be way more experienced than what he seems to be on the show. What's the is that really her name? Black Sky? Does anybody have a first appearance of her? If that's the real name of the villain? Because I'd be interested to know what the first appearance of Black Sky is. Oh, yeah, Justin. I remember, man. Yeah, he's the guy that makes Daredevil's suit. That's right. He's the one that kind of kicked his butt a little bit when they first met. I remember. Darnell Jones says Defenders is rather weak. They cannot get back the dynamic feel of Daredevil. Highly disappointed. It seems to be that everybody likes Daredevil a lot. I still haven't finished. Please don't thumbs down, but I still haven't finished the second season. I'm about. I just remember an episode where the Punisher was in like a pawn shop trying to buy something, and the guy was trying to sell him stuff, and the Punisher just kind of blasted him. Oh yeah, he was selling like porn with minors on it or something like that, and the Punisher kind of just blasted him. So that was like I think one of the last episodes that I remember. That was like this, maybe the second or third episode, but I definitely need to finish that. But it seems like everybody likes Daredevil more than any of the Marvel Netflix shows. So I don't know, man. Daredevil was just kind of slow to me, but Justin says Elektra is the black sky. Is that true? That's Elektra? Justin says I should finish Daredevil season 2. Okay. I think I could do that. I'm only 2 episodes into Defenders, so okay. Yeah, because I was kind of confused because when Defender started, he was like Daredevil, like Matt Murdock wasn't Daredevil, or he kind of like put his suit away. And then he started wanting to help people that were being robbed or mugged or whatever the case may be, because he kept hearing all kinds of things that were going on. And then he jumped down to the alley and started beating up a couple of people. So that kind of let me know that I missed out on something. So I think I might have to take Justin's suggestion and finish Daredevil. Okay. All right. I'm going to look up. Taco Dan wants me to look up ASM 300 graded at a 9.0. Okay. I'll do that real quick. We haven't looked up at ASM 300 in quite a while. So I think that book has actually gone down a little bit since the movie announcement. Oh, yo, I seen this. I just happened to be looking at this book yesterday on eBay, and somebody bought a raw copy of ASM 300 for over $1,000, like over 1,100, because the guy was advertising that it was a 9.8 or 9.9, and it was a clean copy. It was gorgeous, but people just paid slab prices for that book because a 9.6 is about $1,000. And if it's not a 9.8 and it's a 9.6, you pretty much just paid retail for it. But I couldn't believe when I seen that. I was like, dang, somebody spent over $1,100 on this book raw. So, anyways, 9.0 ASM 300, about $300. About $300. It's peaked out at 4 at one point, but it seems to have kind of leveled out a little bit. Let me see here. Okay, so it sold a couple weeks ago for 4. But on average, it appears to be like a $300, $350 book. So there you go, Taco Dan. $350 book at a 9.0. That's crazy, man. Wow. I know a 9.6 was selling for about that a couple years ago. It's amazing how much these books have increased in value. Rag says FF66. I will do that for you real quick. FF66. Fantastic Four. Marvel's first Familia. Wait a minute. Six. What did you say? A 9.0, 9.2? Oh, wow. It's kind of a pricey book. 9.2. Wow. 9.2 is almost twice as much as what a 9.0 is. 9.2 is $700 book. Oh, first him. Oh, I got you. Okay. Yeah, that's why that book is spiked up. Okay. And a 9.0 is about a $475-ish book. But it peaked out at $575. Huh. Interesting. I feel like the buzz on this book, 66 and 67, has kind of gone down a little bit, but I could be wrong. Just as Daredevil, Jessica Jones, Defenders, Luke Cage, Iron Fist, but hoping Punisher takes second spot. Yeah, I think a lot of people are going to be excited once that Punisher TV series comes out, Netflix series comes out. Rag says Gamora number 2, Matina variant 9.8. Okay. Gamora number 2. 2017, a new book. Number 2, Matina variant. This has to be it. It's the only one recorded. Let me just see real quick if I can find it real quick on eBay. Oops. Matina variant. Is this it? Yeah, I think this is it. That's a creepy looking cover. Okay, so yeah, that has to be it. People are selling it for $200. GPA on this is about 180, and there was 19 of them sold. So it did peak out at 250 about a month ago, but it's dropped a little bit. So so there you go. There you go, Rag. It's about $180 book right now, but I mean, it keeps. I don't know, man. It keeps dropping a little bit, so I don't know. Justin says he wants Heroes for Hire season 1 now. Don't need Luke Cage or Iron Fist season 2. Let me see here. Another thing I missed, Justin, I appreciate you bringing that up. One of the things I did notice was at the end of Luke Cage's first season, he went to jail. In Defenders, like the very first episode, he just gets out. Did I miss something in Daredevil or Iron Fist where he was still doing time or still facing litigation, or did they literally just skip to the point to where, not litigation, but his court case, whatever, or did they literally just skip to the part to where he just gets out? Because I felt like maybe I kind of missed something there too. Darnell Jones says he picked up Infinity 1 through 6 from 2013, the Hayek Lee variants. Cool, man. Yeah, I remember that series. I tried to read it, but who was that? Hickman? He's just too deep for me. I need something a little more childish and simplistic. So I think it's a Hickman run. So I just kind of like, I didn't even finish reading it. Yeah, Justin. Yeah, I don't think Comically Flawed is here either. Let me see here. Justin says Daredevil 3, season 3, a born again storyline. Yeah, see, now I'm gonna have to watch it. I got a lot of books to press today, so I think I'll throw on some Daredevil while I'm pressing. That's a good question, Analyst. The NLC says wasn't his time 2 years? I don't know, man. I don't know how much time he had. They couldn't have taken a 2 year jump like that, could they? I don't know. Anyways, um, so what else can we discuss? We got about 17 minutes, and we're gonna wrap this up. Let me see here. Let me see. What can I look up? What has been selling lately? CGC 9.8. What is hot? What has been selling? Oh, God, no. I'm going to go to copper. Carnage. A lot of people are still buying the Carnage. Okay. Actually, real quick, if anybody's interested, let me go ahead and show. I will be raffling this book off probably starting Tuesday if anybody's interested. I have a copy that I want to get rid of, and I have it's a McFarlane CGC 9.8, beautiful, beautiful, gorgeous cover. I'm just kind of pulling away from slabs, guys. So I'm actually selling a lot of slabs, and in a couple months, when I get my books back, I'm going to sell a lot more because I got about 40 books, about 40 slabs coming back to me. So there's going to be a lot of auctions, a lot of raffles, a lot of slabs being sold for the Christmas holidays. So you're definitely going to want to check that out. But this one, I will be selling at $10 a spot, probably a total of 13 or 14 spots. So if anybody's interested in that, I will be raffling that off. And I need to look up. Is it this one? No. This is the one. Yeah. I want to see if Amazing Spider-Man 344 is doing anything. That's the first appearance of Cletus Cassidy, as well as Cardiac, because a lot of people are paying too much attention to Amazing 361 that I think this book is really getting overlooked. And it's a 9.8. Okay. So it's easily a $200 book. It's peaked out at 250, but still nowhere near what that book is sold for, or nowhere near what a Amazing 361 is sold for. 250. Okay, so it's gone. Yeah, it's gone up a little bit. This is also, guys, I'm sorry. This is, I'm gonna raffle this off as well, but this is probably gonna be raffled off on a Facebook page that I'm a part of. But I'm not sure. I may switch it up. I might switch the two up. So we'll see. Let me see what's going on in the chat real quick. Okay, so he was in jail during Iron Fist. Okay, okay. Donald Jones says Power Girl 27. CGC 9.8. I'll do that for you. Is that like, what series is that? Is that like this new series? 2013? Powerpuff Girls? No, Power Girl. I will go for, unless you got a year for me, Darnell Jones, I'm just going to go with the 1988, or what number did he say? 27? I don't know what that is, bro. Last one. Oh, this one. Last issue. Okay, so, okay, got you. Let me make sure I selected that. Okay, yeah, from 2009. Okay, so 9.8. Oh, wow. That's almost a $500 book. Dang. Okay, so there's a lot of hype around Power Girl. I got you. I've seen that cover before. Okay. All right. So it's about it's a 475. I wouldn't say 500. It's a 475 book, but it keeps going up. So people apparently are loving this book. Adam, what's up, man? Give me your slabs. Yeah, I see Power Girl's expensive. Yeah. Darn up. I agree with everybody else. You should get it slabbed if you got it. If it's in a, well, get it pressed first, then slab. I can press it for you. But if not me, get somebody to press it. Because for only $80, bro, I mean, let's see what a 9.6 is going for. Okay, so you're in good shape. Even a 9.6 is a $300 book. Okay, so you're still in good shape. So yeah, man, you need to get that pressed and slabbed, and you'll increase the value of that book by, well, it's going to cost you probably $60 to get it slabbed. But either way, you're still going to increase the value of that book by $160, 150, $160. I say you do it, man. So I guess unless anybody really has anything else, all right. So Matt Comic 17 creeps in. He says, "Hey man, can you check Deadpool 27? Oh, the Detective 27 variant." He says he has a CGC 9.8 that he's looking to sell. Sure thing. I will do that for you real quick. Let me kind of get a good look on it, see what it looks like. And you get a year and stuff. Deadpool 27 variant. He says a Detective 27. Oh, this one. I got you. I got you. Dang, that was a $10 book. Wow. This came out, what, this year? Last year, this year, last year, something like that? Oh, 2014. Okay. I'll do that for you. Let's see what we can find. And if that was 2014, that means that book came out in 2011 or 2012. Uh, 2012. Okay. Right? 2012, right? Or am I missing something? Maybe 2013? Had to be. Have to be. Okay. I'm just going to think that it's. God, it can't be that, can it? Let's see. Arthur Adams. Arthur Adams variant. R. Adams retailer incentive. Okay. Adams variant cover. Okay, so here it is. Oh, okay. So it is right here. All right. So that book, Art Adams variant, it's $183 value at this point. Last year was the time to sell, my friend, because that book sold for almost $400, and it's dipped quite a bit. Let me look at more. Well, there's only one sold. There was only one sold in 2017. And there were only 4 sold last year, but there were more around the $280, $180 range. So it's still holding an average about $180. So there you go. Who wanted me to look at? There you go, Matt Comic. It's about $180 book. So I don't know what you're selling it for, but it might be something that needs to get sold rather than holding on to. And that's just my professional opinion. I don't know how much in demand that book. Let's go to Comics MV. Let's go to Comics MV. That's what we got that for, right? See if we can get the demand of this book. Deadpool. Right here, right? 27. Detective Comics. Look at that. It's right there. Nice. Choose grade. Is there any other grade out there? Let's look up all time. And go down to our chart. Oh, wow. You see, guys, this is why it's good to have multiple resources. Okay, so here's what I like about Comics MV is you get to go to these gauges right here. The market availability for this book is low. So there's not a lot out on the market. Also, the demand for this book is low, meaning there's no demand for it. Very, very little to no demand for this book. So I guess what this is speaking to me on, Matt, is I would totally sell this book and take, even if somebody gave you $140 for it, I'd probably take it because according to what Comics MV is showing me, there's not a lot out there, and there's not a lot of people looking for it either. So that's just what I'm seeing here with Comics MV. Take it for what it's worth, but you know, use Comics MV. I know GPA costs money. Use Comics MV, MV. if you if your resources and your income is short, or if you just don't need to buy a subscription to GPA Analysis and you just want to use that. All right. Yeah, you're welcome, Matt. My pleasure, man. Sell it to me. Rag says that he'll buy it. Rag, we're making deals over here in the chat. Rag says he'll buy it. But guys, I think I'm gonna wrap this up, and I want to just give a shout out to everybody for joining. Rag, Matt, Rag 718, Matt Comic 17, Otaku Dan, thank you so much, Otaku. I appreciate it, bro. CGC Comics. Oh, CGC wants me to look up Amazing 252. I'll do that for you real quick, CGC. Amazing 252. Real quick for CGC fan. Real quick for CGC fan. He wants Amazing 252. This will be the last book of the day. And you guys can definitely check out Comics MV to look up books if you guys have other books you want to look up. He says a 9.8. Wow. Holy crap. That is about a $500 book. Man, that book was about a $360 book for a while. And of course, with the Venom announcement. You know what? Now you got me wanting to look up Secret Wars #8. Maybe we'll use that at the start of next week's show. So, man, $500 for that book now, and it sold for $720 at one point. Golly, when did it sell for $720? In 2007? Even still, $650. Man, that's crazy. Anyways, there you go, CGC fan, man. Hope that helps. Everybody have the next auction is next week. My 5th affordable auction next Sunday, everybody. 7 p.m. Eastern. Next Sunday. I will get a video up tomorrow showing some of the books that will be in it. Actually, I'll probably do that today. Just get all the books that I'm going to have in it, because it's going to be the last one of the month. So definitely check me out next week, Sunday, for 5th affordable auction. Thank you so much, you guys. Have a great weekend. Please make sure you like, share, comment, subscribe. I always appreciate it. Keep God first in your life, like I always say, and enjoy your comic books. God bless you guys. Till next time. Peace out.